What's up guys, Jordan here from Show Me Vegas. Welcome back to the channel. In this video we're talking about what's new in Las Vegas and what's coming to Vegas in 2025. Before we get into it, look down at the bottom of your screen and see if you're subscribed. If you're not, just hit that like button and that subscribe button, please. As always, it's totally free and it really helps us get these videos out to more people. We publish a variety of content here on the channel, all Vegas, all the time, and we'd love to have you on board and getting those notifications when we drop a new video. We're on a mission to reach 50,000 subscribers in 2025, so help us hit that goal. All right, let's get into it. Before we talk about what's new, we need to talk about what's gone away. First and foremost, two iconic Las Vegas properties closed in 2024 to make way for new projects. The Mirage, the first mega resort on the Las Vegas Strip, closed its doors last summer for good, at least as the Mirage. They have completely removed the volcano. It's now just a patch of dirt, and the entire pool area has also been raised, and it's a dirt lot. We had a great view of it from our room at the Venetian last month, and it was pretty depressing. Of course, this is all happening so that that property can be transformed into the new Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, a transition that's going to take close to 3 years. But this year we can expect to see the beginnings of that infamous guitar-shaped tower, which will absolutely tower over that corner of the Strip at 660 feet tall. In case you're wondering, the tallest building in that immediate area is the Palazzo at about 640 feet, so this thing is going to be huge. Yes, Fontainebleau is taller, but it's a little ways away. Say what you will about Hard Rock taking this over, a lot of people aren't happy about it, but they are not tearing down the old Mirage Tower. It will remain and be part of the new resort. The other iconic property to close in 2024 was of course the Tropicana, and it has been completely reduced to rubble. The ground is pretty much completely clear and it's supposedly ready for construction. The construction I'm referring to, of course, is supposed to be the new ballpark for the team formerly known as the Oakland Athletics. This has been very controversial and it's still not very clear because the A's still don't have all their financing in order for this, so when those shovels actually go in the ground for this ballpark remains to be seen. Construction is supposed to begin in 2025, but a lot of people are becoming skeptical as to whether or not this will ever happen. If it does, it's going to be a beautiful piece of the Strip skyline, and if all goes according to plan, it's also going to include a new hotel, but again, those are pretty big ifs. Making matters even more cloudy is the fact that Dave Cavall, the president of the Athletics and a big part of the equation, recently resigned. So who knows what's going to happen down there. Hopefully they didn't tear down the Trop just so that we can have another big ugly dirt lot on the Strip. But who knows. Speaking of ugly dirt lots on the Strip, the lot formerly occupied by the Travel Lodge and the Tex-Mex restaurant at the corner of Harmon and Las Vegas Boulevard, still without any activity, and there has been no recent news regarding when we can expect something to happen there. This is slated for a new hotel project owned by Tillman Fertitta, and the renderings we've seen look a bit like a knockoff of the Cosmopolitan. If you're not familiar with Fertitta, he owns the NBA's Houston Rockets as well as Landry's Corporation, which is the company that owns the Golden Nugget downtown. It would seem he has the wherewithal to finance the project, and it would be a great addition to the Strip if and when it happens, but it remains to be seen whether or not construction actually gets underway on that one in 2025. Let's talk about the cost of a Vegas trip in 2025. I personally believe costs are about to come down, if only slightly. There are some signs that visitation is slowing, gambling revenue has kind of dropped off a little bit, and room rates are starting to ease back. But one place you're not going to save money in 2025 is on resort fees. MGM Resorts just raised resort fees across the board, and when they do that, generally, the other hotels are soon to follow. You might have heard about the legislation outlawing junk fees, but that does not mean a hotel cannot charge a resort fee. All it means is they have to disclose it differently. Once that legislation goes into effect this year, you'll see more transparency up front, but the resort fee is not going to go away. Whether we want to believe it or not, we'll still pay the same price whether there's a resort fee or not. Hey, speaking of saving money on your Vegas vacation,
if you're going to Vegas in 2025, that means you're probably going to need a hotel room. And that means you should check out Plannin. If you've been watching our channel, you know all about Plannin by now, and you know that it's a travel booking website that links content creators with travelers like you to help you save up to 40% on hotels worldwide. And now Plannin is getting into experiences. You can book tours, show tickets, attractions, and more, and unlock those same deep discounts that you can get on hotel rooms. It's super easy. We've done it ourselves. Not only have we booked hotel rooms, but we've also booked attractions in Las Vegas using Plannin and saved big money. All you have to do to use Plannin is sign up for a totally free account, scan the QR code on the screen right now, or go down to the description box. There's a link. Follow that link to sign up for an account, and not only will you be saving big money on hotels and experiences, but you'll be helping this channel bring you more travel content like this video. Did I mention you'll also be entered to win a $100 Plannin credit? Hey, your next hotel room in Las Vegas could be on planning, so sign up for that totally free account today and get saving. Once again, the details are on the screen and in the description box.
From one proposed hotel to another, you might have heard rumblings about a new hotel in the works for the North Strip, but if not, here's the short story. A group of developers has received approval from the County Commission for the development of a new resort on the North Strip. This is proposed for that vacant plot of land north of Fontainebleau between Fontainebleau and the Sahara. This land was the site where Jackie Robinson, no, not that one, the other one, had promised the all-net hotel and arena for like a decade before finally conceding that he didn't have the clout to get it done. Well, this project might also be a pie-in-the-sky proposal, but at least we have cool renderings to look at. This perhaps mythical hotel looks awesome, and I would love to see it get built and continue to shift the strip to the north. If built, it will be more than 750 feet tall, feature more than 2,600 rooms and condominium units, and an 18,000-seat NBA-ready arena. Again, I don't know if the developers of this actually have the ability to pull it off, but we'll know more in 2025 if they begin spending real money on things like surveys, traffic studies, etc. From proposed resorts to existing ones improving themselves, two smaller properties in Vegas are undergoing major renovations. Ellis Island, which is located just behind the Horseshoe off-strip on Koval Lane, is in the middle of a major facelift that will also increase the size of its casino. Ellis Island is a great place to gamble with all 3-2 blackjack, $5 table games, and supposedly looser slots, and soon it's going to have 250 new slot machines and another table pit. They haven't released a timetable for this, but the cost is in excess of $35 million, and judging by the construction fencing, it is well underway. I do plan to stay at Ellis Island sometime, and I wanted to do it later this month, but I think I'll wait until they're finished with their renovations. The other property that's being remodeled is the El Cortez. El Cortez is very historic, and let's face it, a bit run down, but not for long because they're spending $20 million on improvements, including adding 10,000 square feet to the casino and opening a new bar, a new Starbucks, and a new Asian restaurant called Hot Nudes. These renovations have been underway for a while and should wrap up in early 2025. Yet another place I want to stay, but will wait until the renovations are finished. On the topic of renovations, Wynn Resorts announced late last year that they'll be remodeling all of the suites at Encore in 2025. Encore is already a phenomenal property, and I can't wait to see what they do with the rooms. It'll be hard to improve on what they already have. Venetian has begun remodeling its suites as well. We just stayed there in the main tower, and our room was not remodeled, but it was still outstanding. From what we've seen out of the remodeled rooms so far, it's not a drastic change either way, but they will continue on until they've remodeled them all. The W Hotel, formerly known as Delano, will start to undergo changes in 2025, beginning with the public areas. The rebrand to W took place in December and will eventually extend all the way through to the rooms, but it's about a 3-year process, so don't expect the rooms at the W to look any different until probably about 2028. And although the Nomad Hotel at Park MGM won't likely be undergoing renovations, it almost certainly will make a name change in 2025. The Nomad brand was sold in 2024, and the Las Vegas location was excluded from the sale, meaning MGM Resorts will have to retake over the operations of the hotel within a hotel and change its name. It was believed it would happen in 2024, but it still hasn't, and I haven't heard any news, so stay tuned. Renovations continue at the Rio, which is really beginning to look pretty nice. I was skeptical that the $350 or so million Dreamscape was investing was going to be enough, but what they've done so far is quite impressive. It has a new food hall, a completely revamped pool area, some great looking new bars and lounges, and of course that light show on the outside looks phenomenal. Rio is also on my bucket list of places to check out soon, maybe very soon. From renovations to new developments, Boulevard, the huge shopping and dining plaza under construction on the east side of the Strip across from the Waldorf Astoria, continues to inch toward completion. This was supposed to be done in 2024, but by the end of the year only a handful of stores were open. It should be fully open soon, including a new In-N-Out Burger on the top floor, and a huge change to the Bellagio will get underway sometime in 2025. Project Mojave will add 5 food and beverage outlets and more high-end shopping to the south side of the fountains. All in all, about 400,000 square feet of additions to the Bellagio. It's going to look a lot like what they already have on the northwest side. This is a huge project that's going to take some time, so expect for it to get underway in 2025 but not be completed until later. As part of this, they're also going to replace the existing marquee with a 141-foot tall LED sign and also construct a bridge to the Cosmopolitan at the front of the property. Alright, let's rapid fire some new restaurants that have just opened or will be opening in 2025. At Flamingo, all 3 of their long-time coming soon restaurants have finally opened. Pinky's by Vanderpump is right on the corner next to the Cromwell and looks outstanding. That occupies space that was formerly the poker room as well as a daiquiri bar. Gordon Ramsay Burger is open in the space that used to be the Bird Bar, although their patio seating is not yet complete, so the space still looks like it's under construction from the outside, but the restaurant is open. Havana 1957 opened after a long construction period, and it looks great as well. This is a huge space that's open to the walkway between the casino and the Link Promenade. Great additions to the Flamingo, and just like that, that hotel goes from being a weak dining destination to a pretty darn good one. Amaya Modern Mexican just opened at the Cosmopolitan in the space that used to be Holstein's. This looks nice and a bit like Javier's at Aria to me. Bottled Blonde has gone vertical and is finally looking like a real thing. This is a pizza and nightlife concept going in right next to Old Red and the Grand Bazaar shops at the Horseshoe that was originally slated to open in late 2024, but they missed that mark by a mile. It's taking shape now and should open sometime in 2025. Changes have been made and continue to happen in the dining lineup at the Venetian Resort. Bazaar Meat by Jose Andres is making the move from Sahara and will open at the Venetian in early 2025. Venetian is also going to debut a high-end Korean barbecue restaurant named Cote or Cote. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this. Let's just go with Cote. Now, this is not just another Korean barbecue restaurant. Their New York City location was the first Korean barbecue restaurant in the world to earn a Michelin star, so it's very high-end. Also at the Venetian in 2025 will be a new food hall known as Via Via, opening sometime near the middle of the year. This is right on the casino floor near the main lobby. Over at Planet Hollywood, a new Italian restaurant known as Caramello will open upstairs next to the strip house in the space that was formerly Koi. And in the Miracle Mile shops, we're still waiting on the arrival of Miracle Eats, the new food hall that's been under construction for a seemingly long time. The Fat Tuesday there is reopened, but the rest of the food hall is still lagging for some reason, but it will definitely be open in the first half of 2025. As I mentioned in prior updates videos, Jason Aldean's is now open in Project 63 and looks like a great alternative to Old Red if you're looking for a country western bar. Netflix Bites is coming to the MGM Grand. This is a pop-up restaurant, so it will be temporary, but this looks interesting. According to Netflix, it will offer guests a savory journey that combines inspiration from hit Netflix titles with MGM Grand's renowned expertise in the hospitality and immersive entertainment. This is in the space that used to be Avenue Cafe, if you're familiar with the MGM Grand. At Wynn, Lakeside is closed and a new restaurant also specializing in seafood will open in 2025. Fiola Mare is the name. This is being developed by yet another Michelin-starred chef, and it looks phenomenal. That's a great spot. Can't wait for this one to open. Alright, let's talk about shows and attractions. Area 15, which we just checked out for the first time, is continuing to expand. It's soon going to grow by about 35 acres. New attractions coming soon in February, the John Wick Experience. Later on in 2025, Universal Horror Unleashed. This looks absolutely awesome. And at some point in the future, they're actually going to add a hotel and potentially housing units to the development, so Area 15 just keeps getting bigger. Down at Mandalay Bay, a Bob Marley exhibit is going to open. It's called Hope Road. It's going to open sometime in 2025. It'll feature memorabilia and what they're describing as an immersive multimedia experience, as well as a show celebrating Bob Marley's music at night. The Neon Museum is going to be moving. Not sure if this is going to happen in 2025 or maybe they'll begin the process, but they've run out of space at their current location and they're going to move down to the Arts District. If you haven't seen the Neon Museum, I highly recommend it. It's super cool. Allegiant Stadium has an impressive list of events on tap for 2025, including WrestleMania 41 and several big-time concerts, in addition to its usual lineup of sporting events. Billboard magazine actually named Allegiant Stadium the top U.S. entertainment venue for 2024, and their lineup is pretty impressive again in 2025. The Sphere will continue with two of its biggest residencies in 2025, with Dead & Company and the Eagles continuing, and Summer 2025, a new residency by Kenny Chesney. I won't get into specific shows and residencies up and down the strip because there are far too many. I'll save those for the quarterly updates videos. There aren't a lot of new production shows on tap for 2025, but there are a couple of pretty new ones that open in 2024, including Disco Show over at Link, and downtown at the Plaza, Misbehaves Mavericks is a variety show, one of the last true Vegas-style shows according to the reviews. The Vegas Loop will open new stations in 2025. The Westgate station is about to open. Stations are also planned for Encore and UNLV and Virgin hotels. The hope is from there those Teslas will be able to surface and go to the airport in the future. And construction on the Brightline train will continue in earnest in 2025. If you're not familiar with this, this is a train that is going to run between Vegas and LA. It should take about 2 hours to make the trip, It's going to take 3 or 4 years for this to come to fruition, but a lot of progress should be made in 2025. And that's it for this one. What are you looking forward to most in Las Vegas in 2025? Put it down in the comments. And as I mentioned earlier, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss any content when it comes out. Thanks for watching, and as I always say, we'll see you in the next one because there's always more for us to show you on Show Me Vegas.